All right, so you're thinking about selling your home in Ontario and you're wondering what actually happens when I list. Do I just call a real estate agent, throw it on the MLS, hope for the best? Well, not quite. There's a whole legal, marketing, and strategic dance involved here. And today, I'm going to break it all down for you. I'll even share things most realtors won't tell you, like how commission works and what exactly you're signing when you work with an agent. Hi, everyone. My name is Roshan Basnet, and I'm a real estate broker here in Greater Toronto area. I help buyers and sellers navigate big real estate decisions safely and confidently. And I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Where to Live in Oakville and Burlington. So let's get into it. Selling your home starts with a conversation with a real estate broker like myself. No pressure, no contract, just a talk. I want to know, why are you selling? Is it downsizing, upsizing, even life changes like a divorce, job transfer, testing the market? Because each scenario has its own rhythm. This is also where I look at your property, your timeline, and give you a sense of what your home could actually sell for, not what these online like Zillow estimate numbers, but based on real local data. This is where most people start glazing over, but it's important. Before I do anything serious, like giving you pricing advice or negotiate on your behalf, I need to explain agency. It's the law. You'll get a RICO information guide. That's from the Real Estate Council of Ontario, which basically explains your options. And by the way, this RICO information guide is a requirement. It's a document that we need to present to you before, again, offering any kind of advice. You can work with me as a client, where I represent you as a designated rep, meaning I work exclusively for you to avoid any conflict of interest. Or you can work with me at the brokerage representation, meaning all agents of the brokerage will also work for you. I will explain this in details when we sit down and discuss. And if you are an experienced, savvy real estate person, you have the option of self-representation and sell your home yourself as well. Now, if you are a good fit and you want to move forward, we will sign what's called a listing agreement. This is not just a handshake deal, it's a legal agreement between you and a brokerage, not just the agent. I'm technically just a salesperson, like the pilot, but the brokerage owns the plane. So this agreement spells out the price you are listing at, the duration of the listing, the commission being offered, what's included, excluded in the sale, how your property will be marketed. And here's the pro tip for you. You can negotiate the length of this agreement, but don't let anyone tell you otherwise. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, commission. In Ontario, there is no fixed rate. Seriously, it's not 5%, it's not 6%. It's whatever you and your agent agree to. That said, most people offer between 4 to 5% total, and that usually gets split between the listing brokerage and the buyer's brokerage, called cooperating brokerage. So if we agree on, let's say, 4.5%, 2% might go to me, well, actually my brokerage, and then 2.5% goes to the buyer's agent, who brings the buyer. And this is also market dependent because, for example, Toronto, Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton may be offering 2.5% as a cooperating commission to the buyer's agent, but in places like Burlington, Waterdown, Hamilton, you will see often 2%. So everything is negotiable to your liking. Now, here's a fun fact. Some sellers also want to cut those commission, and no problem. A word of caution there, you get what you pay for. And you do not want to shortchange yourself. When I list a home, I provide 90 different services. Cutting commission means I may have to take some important services out, since I also pay for them. And you know what? Sometimes we can cut our commissions, no problem. Especially, let's say, I bring the buyer directly, or if the market's hot and we get multiple offers, we can negotiate something to get the deal done. Then there are some people who say, why not sell it myself and save the whole commission? Fair question, but here's what most people don't consider. You don't have access to the MLS, the biggest exposure channel in Canada. You also don't have errors and omission insurance, which means if a buyer sues you over, let's say, a disclosure issues, you are alone in the storm. And you may not know how to protect yourself from conditions, lowball offers, or closing disasters. And there is this emotion. When you are selling your own home, it's yours. Your emotions are personally involved. And during negotiation, these personal emotions might have a conflict. So when you have an independent party like a realtor, they will take the emotions out. It's going to be really about you, your price that you are willing to accept, the buyer that's willing to pay for it, and any other emotions will be basically mitigated by this third party agent. And buyers know you are not a pro, so they can even negotiate harder. Working with an agent isn't just about marketing, it's about protection. Think of me as your insurance policy with a marketing megaphone and negotiation muscles. Okay, let's talk about curb appeal. Before we list, we prepare the home, clean, declutter, maybe paint, stage it if it helps. Sometimes just staging works wonders. Then you have the professional photos, cinematic videos, perhaps the drone shots, the drone views, and also you want to show the lifestyle of the property, not just your house. In 2025, nobody needs to bark on social media importance like YouTube, the short reels, all that jazz. We don't just put your home online, we actually launch it. Once we go live, showings will start and you will start scheduling appointments, everything around your life. And also an advice to sellers, please do not, under any circumstances, reject any appointments unless it's an emergency and you are not available. Because most buyers, in my own personal experience, they don't come around. They want to see in certain time, and if it's a pass, it's a pass. As a real estate professional, I also collect feedback from agents and buyers, and if the market gives us signs, we listen and adapt. Silence is a clue. Buzz is a clue. The market talks. This is now the fun part. Offers start coming in. And my job as a real estate professional would be to walk you through each, the price, the deposit, conditions like financing, inspection, even the sale of buyer's home. Then important is closing date, and I negotiate hard for you. I've seen every trick in the book. That's why you want someone who is battle tested. Once the offer is accepted and all the conditions are fulfilled, we got a firm deal. Then we prepare for closing. Then the lawyers take over, utility transfers, keys hand over, and of course you get paid. All while I stay involved right from the start to the finish line. So that's how listing a home really works in Ontario. If you're thinking of selling and want a real conversation, not a sales pitch, give me a shout. My number is 647-818-7373. And again, I serve the Greater Toronto area. My primary markets are on the west end, Oakville, Burlington, Milton, Hamilton. That's my business area. I'll give you the information, the strategy, and the protection you deserve. Like this video if it helped. Drop your questions in the comments. I read every single one. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, Where to Live in Oakville and Burlington, where I talk real estate truths without any BS. I'm Roshan Basnet, helping you keep what's yours. Lastly, I have a private Facebook group. I put the link in the description. If you join that group, you can have a really active Q&As directly with me, and also you can socialize with other people that are in the market so that you get to hear directly from buyers and sellers. Catch you again in the next one.